Illuminati? That don't bother me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I wish I was Illuminati. I'd be probably a billionaire. People always talking this Illuminati stuff. Show me Illuminati. Show me that.
For nearly 10 years, the death of A$AP Yams has sat like a dark cloud over hip-hop, unanswered and uncomfortable. It's been labeled one of the culture's most whispered about mysteries, with theories flying non-stop online. Some people speculate it was the cost of entry into elite industry circles, while others say that's reaching hard. No matter where you stand, fans keep pointing out that the timing and circumstances feel way too consistent to ignore. It's hard for people to overlook how an artist on the edge of worldwide superstardom suddenly lost the one person who helped build that foundation from the ground up. Still, none of those long-running rumors were ever backed by solid proof or confirmed facts. Now things are heating up again because Ian Connor, someone who used to move closely with the A$AP mob, is speaking openly after years of silence. After spending serious time around Rocky, Ian is now making claims, publicly alleging that Yams was used as leverage for career elevation, allegations that remain unverified and heavily disputed. Today, we're breaking down Rocky's rise after that moment and examining why some believe Ian Connor's story deserves a closer look, even if it's not proven. At first, Rocky's dark visuals looked like branding, just another way to separate himself from the pack. But over time, fans started reading deeper into it, saying the imagery felt less like a costume and more like a signal. Still, that interpretation comes from viewers, not confirmed intent, and it stays firmly in the realm of opinion. His music videos weren't just flashy or expensive, they were packed with symbols that sparked endless debate. Some fans interpret the coded visuals and eerie themes as ritual-style imagery, while others see it as pure art and shock value. Rumors about industry sacrifices have floated around forever, usually dismissed as fantasy. What's different now is that someone who claims to have been inside those rooms says the rumors aren't random, even though no hard evidence has ever surfaced. Ian Connor, the fashion figure and former A$AP mob affiliate, has finally broken his silence. And what he's saying has the whole industry side-eyeing A$AP Rocky hard. His comments about A$AP Yams' death hit social media like a shockwave, leaving fans asking one uncomfortable question. How could someone do that to their own brother? According to Ian, Yams' passing wasn't just a random tragedy or accident, at least that's what he's claiming. Ian went straight to social media and dropped a post that instantly turned heads. He wrote, "However it come, I'm at peace. Rocky killed Yams. I don't even care no more. It is what it is. I stopped speaking on certain stuff once I realized this stuff ain't a physical ego war, but more so a spiritual battle." Those are Ian's words, not facts, but the tone alone sent chills through the culture. What makes it even heavier is that Ian wasn't just pointing fingers, he was framing it as something spiritual, almost like a transaction beyond the physical world. He followed up by saying some people are just no good, adding an eerie layer to the whole situation. Again, these are unverified claims, but the timing has people talking non-stop. Just days earlier, Rocky sat down with Joe Budden and got questioned about his connection to Michelle Lamy, often referred to online as the Dark Queen of Fashion, and his rumored ties to industry rituals. During that interview, Rocky brushed it off, saying he couldn't explain her dark aesthetic and denying any involvement in rituals altogether. But here's where fans start connecting dots. When your visuals constantly mirror the same symbols people associate with those rituals, denials don't always calm the noise. To many viewers, it looked like Ian saw that interview, heard the denial, and decided the silence had gone on long enough. It's also important to remember, Ian Connor and Rocky weren't random associates. They were once close collaborators, with Ian being viewed as Rocky's chosen protege around 2016. That history is why these allegations, even unproven, are shaking the conversation so hard. Rocky was once Ian Connor's loudest defender when the whole world started turning on Ian over serious legal allegations. Rocky stood 10 toes down without hesitation. he publicly called Ian his little brother, a young visionary, and made it clear he didn't care what headlines or blogs were saying. At that time, they were locked in tight, inseparable in both fashion and culture. Ian became the face of the ASAP mob's cozy era, a major creative force shaping the collective's look and energy. He wasn't just around, he was central to the movement. Rocky even shouted him out directly in his music, solidifying that bond for everyone watching. From the outside, it looked like real brotherhood. But that relationship didn't survive forever. In 2023, everything cracked after a Rolling Loud performance that changed the tone completely. While performing Telephone Calls, Rocky altered the lyrics and called out both Ian Connor and ASAP Barry, using the B word on stage. Later on, Rocky reportedly tried to smooth it over in private messages, saying he simply forgot the lyrics. By then, the damage was already done. Ian didn't believe that explanation for a second. He fired back, telling Rocky to keep his name out of his mouth and off his records. That moment marked the clear end of their friendship, no debate about it. Now Ian is telling the public that, based on what he claims he witnessed behind the scenes, Rocky didn't just stumble into extreme industry success by luck. According to Ian's allegations, that success came at a devastating price: the life of a close friend. These claims are not proven, but they're shaking people because of who's saying them. Before anyone says Rocky would never hurt someone as close as Yams, critics point to the serious allegations he faced recently. Just a year ago, Rocky was in a Los Angeles courtroom fighting criminal charges after ASAP Relly, a childhood associate, accused him of attempting to harm him. Relly claimed that after an argument, Rocky pulled out a firearm and fired shots in the street. Despite surveillance footage being debated and a witness identifying Rocky, the court ultimately returned a not guilty verdict. Still, regardless of the outcome, Relly continues to insist that Rocky was responsible, a claim Rocky has denied completely. And for many watching, that history keeps the controversy alive.
I put out an album, or every time I'm about to release an album, for some strange reason, man, I always lose somebody close to me. My pops, it was Yams, my sister, I always lose somebody close to me, feel like, some crazy, jinxes, without being superstitious or just paranoid. Take a toll,
And if that claim is true, if Rocky was really willing to pull a trigger on someone he once called a brother, then, to some people, the idea of a so-called spiritual sacrifice for elite-level success suddenly feels less unbelievable. That doesn't make it fact, but it explains why these theories won't die down. The speculation doesn't stop at social media posts. Supporters of this theory say the clues are hidden in the art itself. Back in 2011, right as Rocky was blowing up, he released the What's Up music video. Casual fans saw a clean aesthetic and confident energy, but others interpreted something much darker. To them, Rocky looked like he was symbolically entering a new world, almost like a ritual moment. That interpretation is opinion, not proof, but the timing keeps people talking. Around that same period, Rocky's father passed away. The What's Up video dropped in 2012, which is also the year Rocky has publicly said his father died. Fans point to that overlap and say the pattern feels unsettling. A dark-themed video, a major loss, and then a rapid career explosion, all happening close together. What really fuels the conversation is a later interview where Rocky openly talked about a cycle in his life. He said that before major career moments, he often experiences personal loss. Before his debut album run, he lost his father. Before long.live.$AP, he lost ASAP Yams. Rocky didn't just dedicate that album to Yams. He merged Yams' face with his own on the cover. To fans, that felt symbolic, like a permanent binding of identities. Again, none of this proves wrongdoing, but it explains why the theories keep resurfacing and why people refuse to stop asking questions. Before the testing era, Rocky suffered another devastating loss. His sister passed away less than a year before he officially went public with Rihanna, who later became his partner and the mother of his children. Rocky has described this repeating cycle as a curse or a tragic pattern that follows his success. But Ian Connor isn't calling it bad luck at all. He's pointing straight back to ASAP Yams and labeling it a sacrifice, a claim that remains unproven but deeply unsettling. According to Ian's allegations, Rocky knows exactly why these losses keep happening. He's suggesting that reaching the top 1% comes with a price most people wouldn't dare pay. That price, in his view, isn't money or fame, it's human loss. And the question people keep asking is simple but chilling. Was that price the life of the brother who started it all? To casual fans, Yams was just another member of Rocky's circle. But behind the scenes, Yams wasn't background. He was the architect. He was the mind behind the ASAP mob and the reason Rocky had a platform in the first place. Yams was deeply plugged into New York City culture, moving between fashion, music, and street knowledge with ease. He spent years interning under New York legends like Jim Jones, learning how the industry really works from the inside. That experience led him to create a highly influential Tumblr blog focused on emerging hip-hop culture, helping break new artists before blogs were mainstream. His taste blended high fashion, southern chopped and screwed sound, and Harlem swagger, a formula that later became Rocky's entire identity. Yams didn't just discover Rocky, he engineered him. He handpicked the beats for Live Love. $AP, the debut project that launched Rocky into stardom. He strategically pushed the music to influential blogs, tastemakers, and insiders, creating a wave that looked organic but was carefully planned. That blueprint worked so well, it sparked a massive bidding war, eventually landing Rocky a reported $3 million record deal with Polo Grounds Records. That doesn't happen by accident. Yams was the heart of the ASAP mob, the executive force who made sure it wasn't just another rap group, but a global movement. And just as that vision was coming to life, Yams was suddenly gone. The timing alone is why so many people say the situation feels impossible to ignore. And as always, I'm just laying out the pieces, not forcing a narrative. The dots are on the table, the timeline is right there, and the patterns speak loud. What you do with this information is on you. Was ASAP Yams simply a tragic loss, or, as some are claiming, the price paid for Rocky's rise and the empire that followed? That question is still wide open, and I want to hear what you think down in the comments. Now, if you want more videos breaking down the hidden side of the industry, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video so it reaches more people. It helps the channel more than you realize. Drop your thoughts below, tap that notification bell, and stay locked in, because we're just getting started. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.